Today we are going to start from JavaScript errors. So how you can deal with JavaScript errors on your web page. Let's create a web page by changing this to HTML. All right, in my page here, I want to have like, let's save the page first. Uh, we want to have this scripts. We write a JavaScript code inside here. Let's say we have what's called alerts and put hello world here. Hello world. You open it in your browser. You can see it shows hello world. What will happen if I mistakenly put double T here? It doesn't show anything. So that means if I inspect, I'm going to see my error. So you can see the error is here. So the error falls in alert. So which means there's nothing like double T unless you change it to only one thing. So how can you handle this kind of error in JavaScript? It's by using try and catch. So that means try this code. So you put the code you want to try. Catch. That means if error occurs. So you can put something here that will represent the message error or the error message that this thing will give. So let's put document.write error occurred. So I refresh, you can see error occurred. That means the code you are trying to run, this code you are trying to run throws error. Let me put correct alert. You can see it works fine. What if error occurs? Like maybe you have it like this, or you have something like this. So which means you have wrong function here, double T, or your alert is not correct. That means error occurred. Or let's say I'm trying to document dot write. You now write your write like this, or you make error in your code. You can see error occurred. Unless you are correct with what you write before it can now work. See, this thing works now. Or if you want to show out the error message so that you can use it for debugging, and just put this your e that you pass here, e dot message. So this will show out the error message. You can see this alert is not defined. So the alert you are calling upon here is not defined. So this is the error message. So we are using try and catch to catch error in JavaScript. All right, the next thing I want to move on to is browser boom. So that means browser object model. And the JavaScript code we are going to write here is dealing with your browser. How can you get the width of your browser, the height of your browser, and many other things in your browser. So let's have something like this. So let's have a button and write get browser width. The second button should be get browser height. So that means if I click on the first button on click, so that means get width. That's the name of the function we want to create. Why this one should be on click get height. So when you click on this, we are creating two buttons now. One for get browser width and the second one is for get browser height. So this our browser, I want to get the width of it or we want to get the height of it. We are using this function, or I want to explain this so that anytime we are developing a website, you can select the resolution you want for your page. Maybe if you want to program that you want if your browser is like so amount of pixel width, something like this should show. If your browser is among this so pixel height, something should show or something should hide. So that's why we need this function. So you can create it in the head part here, starting your scripts. So the function you declare here, get width, call it a. Then when you click on this first button, what will happen? So anything you want to happen should reside here. So var, let's put get width. I just create a variable here. So what do you want to window? That window means your browser dot inner width. So that means the width of your browser. So that was called inner width. So if it's height you want, you put inner height. Then write documents. Let's show our result in this place. Div, put id result. You can see that this place is empty. So we want to put something there from here. So by writing document dot get element by id. So the id here is called result. So you put result dot inner html. So that means we write something inside that div from here. What do you want to write there? Get width. Get width. So which is this variable you create. It now get the window width and put it inside this result id, which is this place. So when you click here, you can see it get the browser ID width, which is 296. Let me reduce my browser and see what will happen. So I reduce this browser. Let's click on it again. You can see that the width changes. Let's increase more. It changes. So we have this. It's 9291. So the same thing to get browser height. Let's create a new function here and put height. So that will be inner height get each. So when you click on it, that means the height of this browser is 216. Let's reduce it. It's 122. If we increase it, so it's now 215. Now in your program, this is how to write the code. In your program, maybe you want to program that we should have something like this. You can put it before this page loads. Put it like this. If, or let me create another function now. Display. Let's call it display. Now I want to have something like if my browser width is greater than 200, alert, put this is not a mobile. Else, alert, this. No, that means you can even check whether someone is using desktop or mobile phone to access your website. And if it's not mobile, that means it's a desktop. You can just put redirect to your desktop website. If it's mobile, you can redirect to mobile website. If you check that of Bet Nigeria or any other website, or Facebook, we have web.facebook.com and we have m.facebook.com. So in this place, you can redirect like that, that if it is not mobile, it should take you to web.facebook.com. Else, take you to m.facebook.com. So if you check this, nothing shows. Why? Because you have not called upon display. And when do you want to call upon displays? When you refresh or when you visit your website. That means you are going to put in the body here and put on load. So which means when your web page loads, so on